What's going on, Ferocious fans? It's Nate Powell from ferociousbeard.com, and welcome to the Ferocious Friday Free-for-All. We're here with Dagan, who is just across the other side of DFW from me. How are you, Dagan?
Outstanding. Good to be here.
It is great to have you here, and it's great to talk to you after all these months of just chatting back and forth. And we sent out an invite, actually, to multiple people. So whoever is interested in jumping in on the stream, so we could do kind of face-to-face, get to actually put a face, the voice to the name, let me know, and I'll be happy to send you out the invite if you haven't received it yet. If you have received it, no pressure. If you want to jump in for a minute, 10 minutes, an hour, whatever we want to do, we'll just kind of let it flow tonight and see what goes. So, I was just talking to Dagan about this before the show. So Bearded Vado, you found DRT, and here's the issue, and it's a little embarrassing to say, but I need to know what your real name is, because I'm trying to track it down to send you a prize. And it's the issue I have a lot of times with with YouTube, is not being able to quickly reference who somebody is on YouTube versus Instagram, or if they placed an order before, because the name just doesn't align back up. So, all right. Thank you, Fernando. Thank you very much. And boy, guys, I'm terrible with names. So I really appreciate that, man. And thank you for your patience. Dagan, you do a show. Do you ever run into that, or you probably have a solution for that?
Well, no, you just got to rely on them to contact you so you can find out their real name information. I mean, I've only done a couple giveaways. Actually, in my stream, my very first stream, I did a giveaway just to have it because of my first stream. But I was never planning on doing any more giveaways. But then my second stream, actually, Shaky brought up and said, let's do a giveaway, on him. So I said, okay, let's go for it. But my plan is not really not to do giveaways. I just want people to come and just watch who I'm interviewing. So.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That's a great, and I really do enjoy having people on here, because, I mean, I can hold a show for about a half hour, 40 minutes, and I look at the comments and stuff, but it's like, okay, I know what to talk about. And plus, I'd like to learn more about other people too. It's not all about me. It's definitely not all about Ferocious. It's all about us all together, kind of as a community, which is what the whole point of this is. So, but yeah, Tiki says it first right here is the first comment. If you want to join, ask Nate for a code. Definitely. So definitely reach out and send me, the Instagram is Ferocious Beard Crew, or you can send me an email at ferociousbeardcompany@gmail.com. I'll be happy to send you out a code to jump on here and jump on the stream. In fact, I could even post it if you guys want. Tonight is basically a experiment and a free-for-all, literally. So yeah. Oh, it looks like Tiki's jumping in on here too. So here's Tiki.
Hey, Tiki.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's going on? Good to see you, brother.
Yeah.
So we are just kind of winging it tonight. We're not sure what's going to happen. Everything I've heard about with respect to like having a lot of people on is just basically usually where it goes to shit is everybody starts talking at once. But as long as we just kind of talk as if we're in a bar or something, just talking to each other, that should be working out pretty well.
Yeah.
So Tiki, are you in your kitchen?
I am. Yep.
Nice.
I like to be outside, but this time of night it's really dark out there. So
yeah, get the LED lights with a green glow in the dark eyes. I guess that would work. But
yeah.
Yeah, and then I got a gooseneck lamp here that I just kind of put some paper on for more white, but yeah.
Oh, nice. Hey, whatever works. It works fine. So that works out just perfectly.
MacBook, little tiny camera on the MacBook. It's only about that big. So
is that the Air or the Pro?
It's the Air.
Okay. I've got a MacBook Air over there that I tried to stream on this, and it for whatever reason, I couldn't get it to work well. It would like freeze up halfway through it. So I was like, I was doing a testing video and it froze up, and I'm like, well, I can't can't do that on the broadcast. So I recently upgraded to a gaming laptop. HP Omen is what I'm streaming on now, but I've got a Logitech external web camera for this. It's really my work one, but
we would do like class Zooms, and I always noticed for some reason we always look the best. So whatever the other kids were using, ours looks better. So.
Always look better than the people you're teaching. So Dagan, where are you in your living room, or you get your beard room really there?
Well, it's my living room too. So if you're watching my first videos, I was actually had my station set up on the couch. So now I kind of switched it to the corner of the living room, and I built this beard shelf because my other shelf was like running out of room, so I built a new one, a bigger one, and I figured be just a better backdrop to showcase what I got too. So
yeah, no, it's definitely a good drop. It looks like a Shaky might be coming in too. So as soon as he connects, he just popped. I just heard his little pop come in. So
well, speaking of live, can I talk about my live coming up?
Absolutely.
Well, I got another live coming up this Sunday, 5 p.m. Central, where I'll be talking to That Metal Guy 1983.
Oh, awesome.
We got someone else.
Gonzo's here.
Gonzo.
What's going on?
He's on mute.
He's on mute. I don't know if I want to unmute him or let him do it. Yeah. I never know what the backstory is behind the mute. Smelly Turtle says he's ready for some great conversation. Yes, aren't we all, for sure. Thanks for joining, Smelly Turtle. We're glad to have you here, man. Donnie Beard On for Life is here. What's going on, brother? Good to see you. Beard On is one of those groups, one of the first groups I joined when I first started ferociousbeard.com. Looking for places to connect with people that had beards, but it is one of the best Facebook groups out there. And I'm glad to be a member of Beard On. Really good community. Hey, what's going on, Gonzo? How's it going? Can you hear us?
Pretty good, and you? Yeah.
Yes, very good.
How you doing?
Good. Thanks for jumping in on here. We're breaking all the rules here. We're trying to see what happens if we bring multiple people on and see if we can still have a show that flows and everybody doesn't talk over each other. But so far, so good. And I think we can get up to 10 people in here. We got Joshua is about to jump in here, and Shaky as soon as he gets his devices connected.
Are you on your phone, Gonzo? Because if you turn it, it probably would make your picture bigger. Oh, yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Very cool. So, Gonzo, where are you at?
Massachusetts.
All right. Go Pats. I'm from Rhode Island originally, so I'm very fond of the Patriots. All right. Looks like Joshua is about to also show up. What's going on, Joshua? Is he frozen or is he giving us the stare down?
There we go.
Hey, what's going on? Well, cool. Yeah, we're pushing the limits here. I don't know if Gonzo looks like you're laying in bed, Cindy says. Which, hey, if you are, and that's okay. Drew's Nitro is about to jump in on here.
We're going to see push the limits here, right?
Yes. Well, Drew bopped in, but then he bopped up. Billy says he's having trouble with his microphone. Oh, well. That's all right. Oh,
so Nate, when you played back your video on last Tuesday, did you notice a difference with your 1080?
You know, Tiki, I did notice slight differences, but I don't know if it's enough really to make it worthwhile.
Yeah.
because I've noticed that the 720 is pretty good as it is with this camera, at least. And, it's $25 a month for the 720, and it's $20 a month if you pay for the whole year. So for StreamYard, which is decent. That's not a bad price for, jumping in on and doing these shows. But if you jump to the 1080, it becomes like $49 a month. And I just don't know if it's worth the extra more than double for the 1080. We're in 1080p at the moment. So we can take a look after, but maybe you notice subtle differences in the background, or maybe in the logo on the top right. But other than that, I really don't notice that much of a difference. What about yourself? Have you noticed anything clearer in 1080?
I only watched it on my phone that night. And, I think you could see more hair in your beard, like pick out the more strands and all that. But yeah, everyone looks good right now. I think, Nate, for some reason, you're the fuzziest of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if it's my background. Sometimes I notice that has let me switch my background to something a little more. Yeah, that does look kind of like right here. It looks a little fuzzy. Well, let me try this one for now and see if that does anything. So Billy says he has to turn them on, but when he does them, nothing happens, basically. What do I need to do to turn them on? I believe it should just recognize your devices. Yeah. So I'm not really sure, Billy. Whatever you did before for when you were on last time, that should do the trick. E-Rock says, just want to pop in and say, golf clap, go to work tomorrow, have a good evening. Thanks, E-Rock. Thanks for jumping in on here, man. Appreciate you. And then Drew, he literally popped in for a second and then he jetted. So he may be back. Let's see, Andrew Royal Flush.
Yeah.
Here he is.
I got my dirt road therapy in today.
Oh, awesome.
Why am I upside down?
Hey, Andrew.
What's up, guys?
What's going on? We've noticed that if it's sideways, maybe it will.
Yeah, I'm working on turning my rotate on.
There you go.
There we go.
Cool. So did you ran to Walmart just to get a headset for this?
Yeah.
Hope you're not disappointed.
Oh no, all good, bro.
Nice. Well, cool. I'm glad to see you guys, man. It's really cool, kind of really for me, especially, to see you guys and actually, I chat with you guys sometimes. I get orders from you, obviously, sometimes, and it's really cool to see you for you. You know what I mean? And jump in on here and actually kind of talk, which is nice. So I really do appreciate you guys, your support always, and jumping in on here. Definitely cool to see.
I know, and Drew was actually my first guest, my first live stream.
Yeah, that's a good person to have on for a first live stream. And Drew, have you started your company yet? Or are you still planning, or what's the status right now?
October 1st is everything's going to be released.
October 1st. Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
Exciting, man. Exciting times.
Something like that.
How many are coming out? How many are you releasing, Drew?
How many cents?
Yeah.
I'm doing 3 off the start. I've got one that I decided not to release. I was going to do 4, but I'm going to take it off and just do 3.
Isn't that like what, 3 cards for poker that you hold? I don't know. I don't play enough, so.
And John asked, what's your website going to be?
You asking me?
Yeah, Drew. Do you have your URL yet?
Yeah, I have my own domain. It's going to be royalflushbeardcompany.com.
Sweet. royalflushbeardcompany.com. And then Jason asked the same question.
Oh, beardco.com. I guess same difference.
Okay, so
you could have both, and just link it together.
yeah, I just posted it on there so that way you guys could make a note of it. RoyalFlushBeardCo.com.
Correct. And it'll
Awesome.
be opened up and ready to go October 1st.
Okay, sweet. Let me make a note. Can you guys see comments in here or?
Yeah, I can see
I
them.
can.
Okay, good deal. So Dagan, I guess that trick worked.
Right. Well, I remember when he had Shaky on. He's, when you stepped away, he said, he couldn't see any comments to reply to anybody. So.
Yeah, I know. Like when I looked at it today, it defaulted to you being able to see comments. So maybe whatever, like when I changed it to 1080p or whatever, maybe that's one of the things that they turn on. Because I mean, I didn't check that setting before because I didn't even know about it. But
right.
So. But, well, one of the things I was going to say is that for Ferocious, since we're moving, I think that it probably makes sense to turn off the site for maybe 2 weeks, a week and a half or 2 weeks while we make the move, because I'm concerned about people placing orders and like if there's a delay, sometimes, the perception can be that, oh my gosh, I ordered this thing like a week ago and it's not here, or 2 weeks, however. And I don't want to disappoint anybody. I'd rather be straight up with people and say, hey, give me 2 weeks while we move. That way I'll know where everything is when we get to the new place. I'll know how to actually, find the, all the crock pots and all the different things we need to make product, because it sure would stink if somebody ordered something and then that's when we're moving in, that it's like maybe the tins are in a box somewhere I'm going to try to keep things separate and make sure that they're easy to find, but you never know with a move, how that goes. Hey, Shaky's jumping in.
Well, I was thinking that if you close the site, is there a way you can put on there saying, like temporary close due to move, or, whatever word you want to put now?
There is. Yeah. That's like it's like a lock screen basically that you turn on real quick. And that way, when someone goes to the website, it's just like a little kind of a coming soon kind of thing, but you can change that to whatever you want it to say. But that way, I think people will, I want to make it clear that, hey, we're not out of business. We're just shutting down for 2 weeks while we're just catching our breath and moving.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jason has a good comment. Post all over social media prior to temporary closing your site. That way customers won't freak out. That's a great idea, Jason. Awesome.
Yeah. Usually when you just let them know ahead of time, most of the time it's okay. Our beard company's done it a couple times when they go on vacation and stuff. It's usually no big deal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's a good idea. I think I will do that. Because, I know, how fast rumors fly around here. And as soon as you see a screen that says coming soon or whatever, everyone's going to think, what the heck? Yeah, I've seen that before. I've seen that before with other companies, and they never come back, unfortunately.
Yep.
So, Shaky, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear y'all pretty good, but I'm charging the phone, so I can't turn it sideways right now.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
How y'all doing tonight?
Pretty good.
All right.
It's Friday night, and I don't know. I've been just so crazy with ATP's got the drink going.
With the koozie.
Thinking about water.
Speaking of giveaways, I just got this thing in the mail today. It's I don't know how much people still use pens, but I got this thing in the mail. They're like hey, you can buy 1,000 pens for 39 cents a piece or something. Now, obviously, I would change this. Just says Ferocious Beard LLC, Fort Worth, Texas. I would change it to something better. But you guys think pens are good or for freebies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I use them at work all the time.
Now you don't want to grab someone else's pen because then it's contaminated. So you got to kind of carry your own.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's good. All right, so maybe I'll get some. Maybe we'll roll out some pens in a couple of months. Now you know why. First, you've heard of it.
I say it'd be the first company I know of doing it. So
Yeah, it's like hey, Ferocious. They got staplers and
staplers.
Nate, I just got another comment in on dirt road therapy.
Oh yeah, dirt road therapy. It's been pretty popular. I just sent a bunch of those out too. This past week, I kind of caught up about yesterday and the day before on a lot of the giveaways that I've been kind of holding on sending because typically, I try to wait to get people's addresses and stuff like that. Sometimes I don't have all the addresses right away, and so sometimes I'll put them like in a pile in a corner. And then I'll just grab them all at one time and then ship those out at once. But it just got to be too long. And I'm like, I got to get these out. I hate not shipping these things out to people. I like to get things out as quick as I can. But again, sometimes it's hard to know who is who on YouTube because there's nothing for me to tie it back to right away. So if for some reason you're expecting a prize that you've won and you haven't gotten it yet, let me know. And if you don't mind, just remind me about when you won it because that way I'll be like, oh yeah, and I'll send it out because I can sometimes I've got so much on my mind right now, especially with this move coming up that I know that I'm not quite as reliable that way as I want to be. So I'm working on that. I just need a good solution for it.
I'm not gonna lie though. The best comment so far was bearded hillbilly about making him, or no, redneck Viking about almost making him cry. But bearded Votto just got his while I was in Joe's stream a few minutes ago, and he told me he opened it to smell it, and he said it beat Savage for him.
Oh, really? Who said that, Shaky?
Votto.
Okay. Yeah. It's such a unique scent. It really is. That dirt is, the only thing that I've ever smelled something similar to that is Beard Justice a year or two ago. He came out with something pretty earthy that reminds me of that. And I can't find that bottle of it that I used to have from him. And at the time, I remember thinking to myself that his scent reminded me of beets for some reason. Like how beets have a certain earthy smell to it, kind of like I don't know. I'm not a big beet fan, but it reminded me of beets for some reason. And when I smelled this dirt road therapy, once I put it together, I got not quite the same impression, but it reminded me of that a little bit for some reason. So I don't know if he used dirt in his or what he used exactly.
No telling.
Yeah. Vado says, yeah, smells so good. I haven't put on beard yet. Literally just got it, but tonight for sure. Awesome. Glad to hear that, man. Beard says, can't explain it. My daughter described it as smooth, sweet, and citrus. And old Beta says he thought he won a $100 gift card. Now, I was thinking about that today. So I was like, if we could ever get 100 people on this show at once, then I maybe do a $100 gift card just to see, just because we never get that. 100, imagine. I think we get 30 is the most we've gotten on the show. So
put the word out.
Yeah, if we get 100 likes and subscribes, we'll do a $100 gift card. That's what it'll be, something like that text. But I'll tell you what, though, guys, it's really so. I love the group we have though, because it's a tight group. You know what I mean? It's not like, some YouTube channels. There's just so many people on it that how do you ever get to know people? There's just so many. So it's really nice, unless you build up little by little, I guess. But I really do like, the tightness of our group.
Well, and plus, even if you didn't do a giveaway, people still show up for the show. So it's really great.
For sure. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. With this show, where I like to try to bring different guests on to kind of give their perspective on things. that I'm interested in, plus what other people might be interested in. But then Tuesday with a collaboration corner, I mean, that's really just a fun show for me because people really kind of get a chance to give different ideas for scents out, and I love to make these scents that are just so unique and different than anything I could ever think up. So it's really kind of it's addicting, you know. Like I told Barb a couple of weeks ago, I'm like, well, when we move, you know, I'm gonna maybe take a few weeks off from the show. But then I did the Tuesday night show again, and I'm like, how can I not do this? I love doing this on Tuesdays and then Fridays too. So Brian says, I know I won his giveaway last week, and I gave mine after he gets his before me. He gets his before me. I'm so jealous. Oh, yeah, I'm going to make sure I make a note of that, Brian. That way I can make sure that.
I think Brian gets his tomorrow is what I believe it said.
Oh, yeah, because it's weird how that works, how with the ordering. Sometimes Shopify jumbles things up with what you were telling me about, Shaky, with ship twos and bill twos.
Yeah.
Watching this is better than watching boring reruns. Hey, Jason, thank you, man. Yeah. Yeah, and Smelly says we have an awesome community here. That's for sure. We do. Yeah, we do have an awesome community. And that's another thing. One thing that, and it's kind of hard to do here. There's just so much going on, but I am trying to monitor, like, if we do get orders from people, because I want to make sure we keep doing the bonus giveaways. So let me just double check something, because I did see something come in. Okay, so that was earlier today at noon. We got an order, but just so everybody out in the audience knows, one thing that we do different than a lot of companies is when we do our lives, if we ever get any orders, not just from you guys, and believe me, this is not a sales pitch. I appreciate your business, but we're not here for that. We're here to have fun and talk to each other and just enjoy each other's company. But if we happen to get orders during the show anyway, we will do a bonus giveaway all the time. So on our Friday night shows. So just so you guys are aware of that. But I think at this point, since it is 8:30, I want to do a normal giveaway. So let's get ready to do that. We have 15 people on right now, all on Facebook. And I don't know if you guys who are actually watching, who are actually in the broadcast, have the ability to participate.
Yeah. I do.
All right, you brought it back up.
Tiki does too.
All right, so let's do that. Let's get ready to do a giveaway. All right, I'm gonna get this phone set up for the counter, and we've got 14 people now. So this will be a nice, easy, low number 1 through 7. Let me set that up here real quick. 1 through 7, pick a number. It's randomized already. So basically, if you guys could just type in one number, please, between 1 and 7. And if your number gets selected, then you're going to get a $25. No, you know what? Screw that. Let's do a $50 gift card tonight. $50 gift card to Ferocious.
Wow.
So let's do that.
Give me a few minutes and let me back out so I can join in the chat.
All right. So let's get the ready, set, go going. So when you say go, then go ahead and start typing a number between 1 and 7, please.
4. Dagan, if you win, I'll be damned.
You know, I kind of was thinking 4.
Let's see. All right, so let's put this up. And again, 1 through 7.
There's probably some numbers that aren't on there.
Mm-hmm. They always guess the same ones.
All right, so the number is number 1.
That's what I went with at first too, man.
Oh, was it? And
I erased it.
They're the one.
George Munoz is the winner.
Congrats.
Congratulations, and that's going to be a $50 gift card today.
Congratulations, George.
Congratulations, George. And I do have your information. So let me actually send that out right now. That way there's no delay. And if you guys want to chat just for a minute or two, I'm going to just mute mine for a moment.
All right, guys. I want to know what y'all think of dirt, those of you in the panel that have it.
I want to know when someone's doing a review on it.
Tomorrow.
I plan on it.
I've got the butter and the oil that y'all have going to be here Monday.
I'm doing a review on Ferocious in general. I got the Wolfie's Mod oil and butter, and then I'm going to do the Dirt Road therapy in with it as well.
Nice.
Did you say that's going out tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
Oh, cool. Thank you. I love to see reviews. And again, like good or bad, I just love honesty in reviews. So that's what I look for in reviews. So, we learn a lot from negative reviews too. We learn more about things from negative reviews than positive reviews.
Right.
Not to say I hope it's not negative, but you know what I mean?
Well, Nate, I remember it's still in beta on the website, right?
Yes. So how that was generally working is if we get like feedback that's all over the map, we'll keep it the way it is. But if it's like get a couple of comments saying, hey, there's too much dirt smell or not enough dirt smell, or we want to add more of something, then we'll do that. But if it's pretty much one saying it needs more of this, one saying it needs less of the same thing, then okay, I think we're pretty much okay being in the middle there.
So my question would be, when they're going to go? When are you going to take the beta off and just have it Dirt Road therapy?
We'll do that once either I get enough feedback or a certain amount of time has elapsed. And I'll say probably 2 weeks should be good enough for people to give me feedback on what they think it needs or doesn't need.
So they're definitely after the move then, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that would be a good time to do it.
Because I like to do my video, when when you bring the site back up after you move, then I'll put out a video for it.
All right. Oops, sorry. Why is this not? Let me check something on. I'm trying to add the gift certificate so I can send it, but it is just.
Did you need my email address?
No, it's not that. I wonder if so. Here's the deal with gift certificates. Shopify, for a period of time, they extended to the plan that I'm on. They extended the ability to allow you to sell gift certificates too. They did not before COVID. They did not offer gift certificates on the plan I'm on, which is the basic plan for Shopify, which is like $30 a month. The next level up from Shopify, I want to say, is like $69 a month, something like that. It's not
right.
99, but it's something like
it's right around 70, I believe.
Yeah, and that plan is the next plan where they usually would start allowing you to have gift certificates, but because of COVID, they were like, you know what, we want to support small businesses. We want to support, because a lot of people are working from home and doing things. So they allowed for people on the plans like I'm on to sell gift certificates or to offer gift certificates as prizes. But isn't it peculiar? I'm looking for the product gift certificates now, and it is not displaying. So I have a feeling that they pulled that. So what that means is here's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to kill the 1080p and then we're going to go back to 720. And with the money difference between 720 and 1080, I'm going to upgrade the plan on Shopify, and then we'll be able to keep doing gift certificates, because I like the gift certificates. I really do. Once you start using them, they're so much easier to send out for prizes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's weird. They didn't even tell me. All right. I will definitely get you a gift certificate. But it's just, George, I just need to work out some deal with Shopify to get back on there. So don't worry. That's in the plans. So nothing like finding out in front of everybody that
I know that.
they pulled the thing. That's crazy. That is really weird.
I see Joshua asked what's everybody got in beer. I'm actually going with Fable tonight. I put it in earlier, the Candyman.
Well, I've been testing out Captain Stash to do a review on.
I've got Fetish in the beer today.
I went old school. I went Honest Amish.
Ooh.
I put some tailored beard in here. Just need a little.
It's nice though, only using oil, isn't it?
I probably still use the same amount actually, which is I feel like I never got enough. There was like a video somebody said you can use too much. I've never had that where I feel like I've ever used too much.
I highly disagree. You really can't. When I do my treatment once a week, it takes a half a bottle before I start to drip off. You know what I mean? So I mean, your beard absorbs a lot more than, you know what I'm saying, what is said, I guess you would say.
Right.
That's just my opinion.
I normally throw in a couple of dropper pulls, but the gray sucks it up.
Yeah, when mine was longer, I could use a dropper and a half, no problem.
Yeah.
I'll be going back short next Saturday, not tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow, because I go back to work Thursday night, and I told them I'd wear it long in there one night, but for state rules, I've got to cut it short. So,
Where do you work?
Work for the Georgia Department of Corrections.
Yeah, you don't want someone to grab you by the hair.
Not in there.
$100 just to grow the dang thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I applied to be a corrections officer one time, but probably about 25 years ago. I applied to be one, but I didn't get it.
Yeah, I mentioned too to Billy that I applied to be a corrections officer after I got out of the Air Force, and I mentioned I didn't get the job, and I think I was too cocky back then because I was like, I was a cop in the Air Force, I got this, no problem. Nope, denied. I didn't get it, and it was a learning experience that, okay, be humble, you know. So definitely learned something. It took a little while to learn, but
well, I got a funny story about why I was denied. I put my application in, and they basically rejected my application, but they never told me why it's rejected. Well, come to find out later, I was actually doing speeding down the highway, and I got pulled over. And next thing I know, I'm in the back of a cop car. I got arrested just for a simple speeding violation. Come to find out, I found out I had a ticket that I never paid for, so therefore a arrest warrant was put out for me. So that's why I didn't get the job or went any further, because I had a arrest warrant out for me.
So that's so funny you mentioned that because that similar thing happened to me. So when I got out of the Air Force in '94, I was driving from Wyoming back to Rhode Island, and I got 2 speeding tickets in Nebraska. So I threw them in the box with all the rest of my crap, when I got back home. And of course, I stayed at my mom's when I got home for about 3 months while I was just figuring out, where am I going to get money? I got to get a job and stuff. I threw it in, kept the boxes there. So about a year later, I was it was like 1 a.m, and I was with my girlfriend at the time. We're in these woods in my car, just hanging out and chatting, whatever. And I pulled out of the woods, and there was a cop driving through. There was a state park, and I was driving. We pulled out, and of course he pulled me over because that's suspicious coming out of the woods at 1 a.m, I guess. And come to find out, my license had been suspended because I didn't pay those little $25 parking ticket or speeding tickets in Nebraska. So they suspended my license, but I never knew about it because I never had an address for them to send it to because I was at my mom's. Right. So yeah, so that was a kind of a pain. All right.
Well, luckily I was only in jail for a couple of hours because I got I called somebody and they bailed me out. So I paid my fine, and that was it after that. So
I got arrested like a couple months before I turned 21 for drinking underage at a party. And, I was upfront with them about it, and they hired me anyway. I didn't think I'd be doing it 5 years, and now if I work the full 30, I've got 7 more to do, plus a couple months, but I don't plan on doing the full 30.
Are you in a prison?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead, Nate.
No, I mean, how close are you to 30 now?
Let's see. January 1st will be 23-year anniversary.
Okay. So 7 more if you were to do 30, about 7 more.
Yeah, but with some of the health problems I got, hopefully my doctor will, instead of worrying about all of it, because a lot of it's brought on by stress.
Yeah.
I'll be like, all right, enough's enough. I'm writing this letter to get you done with it. I mean, the ortho already said that he don't know how much longer my knees are going to hold out before I need a knee replacement. I'm 40. I'll be 48 in November. He literally told me I had the knees of a 67-year-old man for going up and down stairs and walking on concrete for 23 years.
Yeah. Yeah, I could do it. Drew, I cut you off, so sorry about that.
Oh, no, you're fine. Are you working in a prison or like a jail?
Oh, I'm in a state prison.
Prison.
Yeah. In fact, I get to go back and sit with patients with the crudds, what I'm hearing. So we'll see. Like I said, starting Thursday, prayers, please.
Mm-hmm.
Because if this stuff doesn't go away and I'm around it on my work days, there goes, well, I've already looked. I'm working Thanksgiving, but there goes Christmas. I won't be able to be around my family, not knowing I could expose them to it.
Yep.
All right. So I am upgrading live on our Friday Night Free For All. I'm upgrading the Shopify plan so we can continue to do gift cards. Plus, there's some other things we can do, but it's $79 a month. You believe that?
Wow.
So looks like I have $69 in credit. So I am going to just do that because, yeah, let's just do that.
All right, everybody going to make a purchase from Ferocious. Help them out.
Did you know how many I've made this week alone doing giveaways?
Yeah, I bet, Shaky.
Yeah. Yeah. So Billy, thanks for the upgrade, man. We're just going to do it. But speaking of that, we did get an order actually while we were sitting here chatting. So thanks to Josh. So we're going to do a bonus giveaway too. So let's get that queued up. All right, Josh, thanks for the order. So thanks to you, we're going to do a $10 gift card. So we've got 18 people in here. So we're going to do 1 through 8. So basically, the rules just like before. We're gonna one number at a time, and I'm sorry, one number only per person. 1 through 8, and if we pick your number, you'll get a $10 gift card. So here you go. As soon as you see the word "go," you can type in one number, please, between 1 and 8. And Josh, thanks for the order. That's really awesome.
Oh,
Okay, just 19 people in here, so
everybody
2.
wanted the same number at the beginning.
2. You change your mind up.
all right. Let's see here. So the number I am looking for, everybody stop. The number I am looking for this time around is number 7. So if you've got number 7, you have won a $10 gift card if you're the first person to show up with number 7. So it looks like Cindy is the winner of a $10 gift card. So Cindy, congratulations. As soon as I can figure out if I have gift cards available, I'll send you guys gift cards. Let's see. Oh yeah, look at that. They're back now. So that's awesome. I can go ahead and do that.
Congratulations, Cindy.
So congratulations. I hope I don't have to reprogram all of the different ones I had. Oh, cool. It's saved. Nice. All right. So we're back to gift cards. All right. Nice.
That's good. I've been saving mine up for some more dirt road therapy.
Yeah, and that's the cool thing about gift cards is you can stack them up. Like you can, they're just like cash, right? So you can, if you've got 25, a 50 like George has, he's going to have, you can stack those up, and then it really is as good as cash. And then you can also use codes on top of that. See, with codes, you can only use one code at a time, but with gift cards, it really is like cash. Logan says, "You barely beat me, Cindy. Congratulations." And then I saw a comment from Redneck that I think we should all make note of. He is getting married on the 3rd of October. So congratulations, Redneck Viking. That is awesome. That's really cool, man.
Yeah, congrats.
Yeah, that was really, really cool.
Been
So
there,
you only
done
have-
that. Not sure I'll do it again, but congratulations.
Yeah, I was gonna say you have like a week and a day to change your mind.
I wasn't going to say anything.
So no, I mean, I wish you nothing but the best. And overall, I think there's at least for me, it's been a great ride. You know, we got married in 2002, and it's ups and downs, but for the most part, there's been a lot more ups than downs. So
Yep. Good to have someone in your corner.
yeah, absolutely. So Smelly Turtle says, anyone here from Colorado?
Used to be from Taos, New Mexico. That's pretty close.
Nice. I made my first trip to New Mexico last year. We went to Albuquerque. I'd never been. It's gorgeous
really?
out there. Yeah, driving out that
Yeah.
way. I've only driven east, so driving west was really, really, really a pretty cool, exciting. Oh, sorry about that.
I knocked myself out. Sorry.
Actually, he's like,
I know somebody asked Drew what he did for a living on here. I just know that Drew drives a lot for work.
all the videos on Instagram.
I know.
Me and my wife have rentals in Taos, New Mexico, and then I do electrical work, cabinetry work, pretty much anything to do with construction in general.
Mhm.
And then I also am starting a beard company. So technically 3 full-time jobs now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's Vado talking about my chatting with my girlfriend at 1 a.m. way back in the day was about global warming. Yes.
Drew, I did get that bar of soap in a few days ago. I could use that as a weapon if I carried it on me at work. Good Lord.
Oh, you talking about that one from Jamie?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's huge, ain't it?
1 pound bar of soap.
It's
Wow.
good soap though. He's probably one of the best at making soap. He's been doing it for quite a while.
And I needed it that day for the shower because I guarantee you I dropped that soap 4 times near my shower. I was like, then I opened up the mail.
Wow.
In any comments here? Charles said he had 7 before her, but oh well. Yeah, on your screen, that happens a lot. Well, in StreamYard, the numbers feed in, and like on your screen, your numbers are going to show up first before most people's, just because it
Prioritized.
prioritizes, your own numbers. Yeah.
Trust me, I've been prioritized so many times on this channel. I know that feeling.
Yep.
But guys,
Can you
I'm
register?
gonna get out.
All right.
I'm gonna get over. I told Eric I'd jump over and show him some support over there on the auction. So I'm gonna get off this thing and I'm gonna jump over there and holler at him for a minute. And I got a few videos I got to shoot tonight too. So
Who's doing an auction?
Sober Chef's doing that over on Kyle and Joe's channel, that his sobriety auction.
Oh, cool.
May have to go check it out here in a little bit.
Yeah.
I think
Do you know
it's
what time is that? Like for an hour or 2 hours? Do you know?
Yeah, it
It's
started.
gonna be a couple of hours because they had 40 companies donate.
Holy moly!
And
Wow.
Eric's always in here supporting Ferocious, and Eric's in every chat, really. I mean, you can't lie about that.
I just,
Oh,
I
yeah.
just,
And Michael Taylor.
I just logged into the stream mode on that they're having, and it shows a picture that they're on bundle number 8. So if they're only on number 8, they got a long ways to go.
Wow. That is
But,
crazy.
Guys, thank y'all again for the support on Dirt Road Therapy, and we'll get it out as non-beta soon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's just about there. I mean, in my opinion, I haven't received any feedback that indicates that we really need to change anything so far. So
I had one say drop honeysuckle, and one that said raise honeysuckle. So
yeah, so let's keep it right there.
do what you raise.
It's good
But do
though.
like that honeysuckle. If I'm not mistaken, Drew, you told me the other day on your live that you got honeysuckle coming out in a little something something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good scent.
It's good as is though. It really is. I like it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. All right, Billy. Well, thanks for jumping in on here, man.
All right, guys. We'll catch y'all next time. Y'all have a good night.
All right. And hey, does anyone? Let's try to find the link to the auction too. So we'll try to find that because Charles is asking about that. No, not that link. That comment right here. Jason's asking about that. What's the link to the auction?
It's on Beard Talk with Colin Joe's YouTube.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So search up on YouTube Beard Talk with Kyle and Joe, and it'll show you where it is.
I had a question about your live streams, Nate. When you're moving, are you going to still have your live streams when you're moving?
Like once I moved, or during the whole process?
Yeah, during the process.
I don't know yet. I think I'd like to at least keep something going. But at the same time, I mean, it's like, okay, there's so much to do. It's crazy. I haven't moved since we moved here in 2007, and we didn't have kids then. So, it's just, there's so many things to do. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. Well, maybe for like that week or so, I won't. And plus, I don't even know if I'll have internet right away at the new house.
Yeah.
So until I get that set up, I have, for some reason, there's a company, since we sold this house to a company actually who's bought it, and then that way we don't have to contingent on selling this house to buy the other house, because they'll close on this house on the 6th, and then on the 8th, we'll close on the other one with the proceeds from this house. So it worked out pretty well. I mean, you don't probably get as much as you would if you waited for someone to buy it, but at the same time, if there's a house you want, you don't have to be contingent on selling yours because they already made an offer. But one of the things they offer is they have like this service where like you just tell them what services you have, like electric, gas, cable, internet, all that stuff. And then they'll help set it up at the new house. I guess I'll give them my account info or something. And then they set it up. So by the time we move, hopefully it should be already ready to go. So I don't know for sure if it's going to work out as well as it sounds like it will, but I mean, more we can get done, the better, so.
If you had to say there's one thing you're looking forward to your new house, beard related, is there something, is there a factor?
So beard related, yes. There is a large bedroom there that I'm going to use to basically redevelop how I do my process for making beard oils, and not just making beard oils, but like the whole process of making, shipping. Right now, downstairs in my house, we have a formal living room and a formal dining room that are kind of like one big room because there's no wall between the two. And that room comprises Ferocious. I mean, that's the room we use to make things. And that's the room I use to ship things out. We've got like a desk in there, like an office desk, but it's like a glass office desk. It's like kind of U-shaped or L-shaped. And the problem is like, if Barb's down there making things, then I really can't ship things because we have one computer right there for the shipping labels that it's just hard for two people to work on things at once. And so knowing that, what I want to do is come up with a process where I can have like stations in this bedroom, and it's like a kind of like a wider bedroom. And this thing already has like a big long shelf that's mounted to the wall that I can use as a process, almost like an assembly line. So I'm going to have like the part in the left-hand side where we start building things. And then towards the middle, we'll start putting them in ready to be shipped, like in envelopes and stuff like that. And then on the right-hand side is where the like the scale is and the computer for printing the labels and stuff like that. So I have a feeling that it'll let me become more streamlined in how I do things. Plus that combined with the fact that I'm dropping some of the scents that aren't really popular just because it's really, I want to try to make it so I have a couple of the ones that are the most popular ready to go. Now the only question, not the only, but one of the questions I was talking to Barbara about the other day was like, so we have choices between caster version and non-caster version because I don't know what people are going to order till they order it. And then once they order it, that's when I make the bottles. And so I'm debating internally if I should just go all caster or go not all caster or still continue that process. One thing I was thinking of doing is having like I'll make the bottle like, let's say up to here. If I had like 4 of each scent or 3 of each scent, like filled up to about here, but not fully filled up yet. And it'll be scented, ready to go, except for if they want caster or not want caster. And so once I get the order in for this scent and they don't say they want caster, I'll fill the rest of it with the regular oil, seal it up, send it off. Or if they want caster, I'll fill the rest of it up with caster. It's already scented to the right proportion and send it off. That way I don't have to have like a couple with caster, a couple without caster ready to go. So I don't know. I mean, these are like the little minutia. It's like I'm trying to understand like what makes the most sense from a process point of view to be efficient.
Could you, let's just say, could you like have 10 bottles set to the side with the amount of caster that you're going to put in it? Like if you don't sell caster as often, let's just say, and have, so many set to the side with the caster in it. So when you need it, just dump the stuff in and go. You know what I mean? Because the caster sitting by itself, it's not going to really go bad. I mean, anytime, you know what I mean?
You can, but then the only thing about that is then you're basically making the rest of it from scratch. You know what I mean? Like you're making the scent from scratch, which takes more time than just topping it off with either castor or the regular blend. So that's I'm trying to become more efficient. So I'm not spending time building scents every night. Rather, I'll have the scents built, the bottles with the scents in it, except for just the finishing part, which is either did the customer want castor or do they just not want castor? So there's so many ways to do things, and I'm just trying to I want to get stuff out quick. You know what I mean? But I also want to, I don't want to have a whole bunch of bottles. Like sometimes people have like 50 bottles or whatever, 1 cent. Then they, or maybe however many cents they have, they might just have a stack of them ready to go. And then once they sell out, it's like you have to wait till they make the next batch before they create, before they open it up again. But I don't want to do that. I just want to have it so it's fresh. And so I don't want to have more than like a couple of each bottle that's popular. And the ones that are not so popular, those I can continue to make from scratch. But it's just that I don't know. I found it's just easier. Like even with like envelopes and stickers, we put those stickers on every single envelope that we ship. And I'm doing that by the order where it's much faster. Like if I give my daughter like $5 or $10 and I'll say, here, put 50 stickers on these envelopes or 25 stickers on these envelopes, they're ready to go. I just grab it, fill the order, put the stickers in, and then weigh it. And there's another thing, weighing it. Andrew, you're probably going to start doing this stuff too. It makes sense, I think. And I'm not there yet, but I'm going to be, to weigh things in, know what the weight is, and then plug those numbers into, if you have a Shopify site or whatever site you're hosting on. So Shopify. Yeah. So that way, when the order comes in, the weight will already be established. So you can just print the sticker, the shipping label, and go. Rather than me right now, for most of them, some of them I know what it's going to weigh just because I'm so I know it's going to be under 4 ounces if it's a just in beard oil or just a beard balm. If it's a butter though, it's going to be like 5 ounces. So, but when you have to weigh each one, it can slow things down significantly, especially you start getting weekend orders and stuff.
Luckily, I'm just a small fry that's just getting his toes wet.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean, but
hopefully, well, not hopefully, but shouldn't have too many orders at first anyway.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm still, I guess it depends. This is just like beard length. Like some people think my beard is long. Some people are thinking my beard's short. Depends who it is. Just like beard is like, well, I look at Fable's posts and I'm like, holy crap, man. Imagine, I can't imagine pushing out over 100 orders a day. Yeah. But this is why I want to streamline so I can be ready for that when it finally eventually will happen,
Do you advertise on Facebook?
Rarely now, sometimes, but not paid right now. I've had some in the past, and the funny thing about Facebook is you'll get a little bit of traction on an ad, and then for some reason after 4 or 5 days it just stops or slows down significantly, and I'm not sure why. I think it sends it out to people that know of you first, and then once those people are like, oh yeah, that's right, yeah, let me order something from Ferocious because it's been a little while, then it goes out to people that maybe have never heard of us, and some people order and some don't. A lot of don't, because it's just, until you really start getting ingrained in their heads that, oh yeah, this is a company that I've heard of before, then sometimes they just might look at the ad. But yeah, so I guess to answer your question, not as much as I wish I were, but it's pricey though, can be.
Yeah. I looked into it, just kind of browsing anyway.
Sure. Yeah, Charles says he wants a beard like ZZ Top style length. Yeah. Me too, eventually.
I know Josh was asking me how long my beard was, and I told him I'd probably go for like 10 inches. It's about 9 inches now, but I'm probably going to go for 10. I think Joshua's beard is 12 inches, I think it was.
Yeah. That's really mine's gotten noticeably longer since even before like March when I started working from home. But I saw somebody's who was literally down to below his crotch area. I saw a picture. I'm like, wow, that's just
Jersey Ron.
Yeah, he's got awesome beard.
Mhm.
His is huge.
Yes. And I'm like, how does it? I mean, do you just at some point it probably everyone has their own terminal length. I don't know what mine is,
Right.
but I mean, boy, his is pretty long. I mean, another couple of years he'll be tripping over it. You know?
Playing jump rope or something.
Yes. Going after luck to 15 is a good stopping point. Yeah. Logan says he likes his about 6 inches.
No, beard.
Beard.
Yeah, I was.
He even specified, I think, the word beard, just to be clear.
Soon as Tiki smiled, I couldn't hold it in.
How long was yours, Tiki, before you shaved it?
Mine was like, I always compared mine right to Nate's. It looked the same. Then I know Nate got a trim. It was about just under 6 from right there.
Yeah. I was shocked when I saw that you shaved it.
I think everybody was.
Shocked.
It's the growing it back out that's horrible because I'm going through that awkward phase where it's like curling out down here and all crazy.
Well, it's funny because a long time ago, I would have been like, okay, I've got a beard. This is where I used to shave when I was like in my early 20s. It would get to here and it was like long for me. And I'm like, okay, shave it off. But like, I feel like this isn't even like a beard. I don't think a beard really is a beard until it like shapes your face different than your face.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I agree with you.
This is more like color. I got like just some color on my face.
Yeah.
That's just a good stubble.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a great point though. I hadn't really thought about the fact that you're right. A beard can totally change the shape of your face as you grow it out. And even once it grows out, you can make it a V if you want, or kind of a curve or whatever you want to do. So you're right. Totally can change it.
It's the mask before Corona. I heard it called a mask because it hides half your face.
Yeah, absolutely. Bearded Vito's cracking up while he's doing the dishes because he couldn't comment. Peach fuzz, Tiki. Peach
Fuzz. Somebody who was doing the dishes. It was.
Jason Cole.
Yeah.
Jason.
Yeah. Leah's probably just like, give me another beer.
Actually, I kind of got a random question. When did people in the chat, the people up on the screen here, when did y'all first start shaving?
Ooh.
Like
15,
I think I was a freshman in high school, I think, for me. So whatever age that is.
Yeah, okay. Grade or age? What are you going to think of? What about you, Tiki?
I remember the thing to do, like, I think it happened in like 8th grade. Guys would start getting like 1 or 2 hairs right on their lip, and they would just let it go, and because it never did much. And I think a lot of guys did that through high school. And I remember right when I got out of high school, I was trying to grow sideburns, and they weren't even like coming in yet right there. So I think when I got into college, I could actually grow like all connecting all of it. But I always had a goatee. Goatees were the thing 20 years ago, I'd say.
Yeah.
What about you, Nate?
So I started growing before I joined the Air Force after when I turned 18. And I know they made us use those single blade razors. So I know I was shaving before that because I think I had like a one of those 2 razor systems or something back in the day. like in '89. So probably 17. I'd probably start shaving.
Wow. Y'all are old compared to me when I first started shaving. You know, well, actually, you know, I went through puberty pretty early. I'm 6 foot tall. I've been the same height since 6th grade. So I grew tall, I grew quick, then I just stopped growing. So I've been the same height since 6th grade.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, in 6th grade, about halfway through 6th grade, my history teacher, which was also a coach, told me, your peach fuzz is getting a little too long there. You need to shave it off. So that night, you know, I had to use my dad's razor because I had to and shave it off. Then just after that process, about every 3 weeks, I had to shave. And by the time high school, I was shaving every day. Like I could grow a full beard by the time I got to high school. So,
wow, I couldn't grow a full beard back. Well, maybe I could, but I never did because I was like, oh man, I'm getting these peach fuzz. So I remember shaving in high school, and I remember like throughout after they get out of the Air Force, I would grow a goatee every maybe 6 months, and then I'd shave it, a goatee, shave it, because that was pretty popular. But I never grew sideburns. I always wanted to, but I never did. I just, for some reason, I couldn't get it to figure out the best way to do it, so I didn't.
There was a guy in high school. He had a beard, and I didn't know him, but he was a couple years older. And it was said that he could go in and buy beer in high school because of his beard.
It was easier back then, though, I think.
oh yeah, definitely. I never did it, but I could tell it's a lot easier. I mean, I had friends that that did that, so but it's definitely easier.
I hear with the mask now that everyone's wearing, there's kids dressing up like older people, and they're wearing the mask, and they're totally getting through because they look like.
I've actually seen younger people buying beer, and I'm looking at them like, "Are you really old enough?" And they just get it and keep on rolling.
That's funny.
Well, they sell these. I've seen it. You can actually get them cheap now. They're like these rubber masks you can pull over, and they look just like Mission Impossible masks. Not that much money, so it's pretty amazing the stuff that's going on right now.
That's crazy.
Mission Impossible to get beer. That's your mission. Get beer.
I'm not lying, Vato. That's true.
Well, here's what I've heard. I've heard, and I almost feel like it's a myth. They always say if you shave, because like if you shave something you don't want to, like I don't know, like you're like a girl and like you're shaving your mustache or something. They say it comes back faster and darker. The only thing I ever heard was like a hair is naturally pointy, so when you shave it, it squares it off. So that was the one thing I always heard. It's thicker because now you have like a cylinder head, versus like a taper. That's all I pieced together.
Yeah, it makes it appear darker too because there's more. You're basically looking at the end of a cylinder instead of a cone. You know what I'm saying? More surface area, I guess you would say.
Right.
I see. I got a question. So my beard routine for the day is when I get up, I put a little water, spritz a little water in there to get my beard a little damp. Then I get the oil going, get on my skin. Although I really don't use that much oil in my beard because I'll be going through too much oil if I did that. So I actually use butter during the day too to soften my beard up. To use the butter to soften my beard. Then at night, and sometimes depending on what I need at work, sometimes I put a little balm right here on the side because my hairs are a little shorter, and sometimes the weather will make it poof out. So I use a little balm on the side, but otherwise just mainly butter. Then at night, after I take a shower, put a little more oil in, and then before I go to bed, put some butter in.
Yeah, butter's really become a huge thing out there in the market. People are really going crazy for butter.
And this comb right here, that Chicago pit comb. I got that, several weeks ago. I just put a video out about it. That pick is amazing. It poofs out my beard and gives it more volume. I just loving what it does, does to my beard. Because before I used the pick, my beard was a little more tighter. But when I use the pick, it obviously it flushes it out and gives it more volume. I just love it.
Here, hold that up for a second. Let me see. Hold that up for a second. I'm just gonna. It's a Chicago comb.
Carbon fiber.
I vouch for the pick.
Nice.
Then you also got this other one. The big handles, number 8.
I hear that one's good.
Very cool.
Yeah.
That company's got a lot of talk lately, and I don't think they've been around. I would think, but a big boom about them.
Yeah, there's a couple more big companies that are going to be doing a partnership with them here real soon too.
Beard Gents.
Yeah, Beard Gents, Beard Octane, and then there's a couple more. Don't know if I'm supposed to say their names, so I'm not. But there's 2 more that's working on a deal with them as well.
For
They're
selling
getting a lot of-
combs and things like that.
Chicago Combs.
Yeah.
So basically, selling their combs on
Their website. Yeah.
Okay.
Like
I'm sure.
yeah,
I'm sure they're marketing it up a little bit, but that's business.
Oh yeah. Well, good. I mean, that's good for Chicago Combs. If they've got a good product, it's always good to have a distribution method
For sure.
Especially if they can wholesale it, that'd be even better for them.
Right.
Because it's a done deal in that case. Smelly Turtle says, "How often does everyone wash their beard? I was told when I started growing mine to wash it every other shower." So,
I'm gonna blow all y'all's minds. Y'all go ahead. I'll blow y'all's mind in a minute.
Yeah, you're gonna get different opinions about that.
yes.
But I'll say I wash mine every day, just because. Well, one thing is just because where I work, I get sweaty a lot, at work, so I have to wash mine every day.
Yeah, I mean, with my beard wash, I use it daily. It's a daily, it's a mild wash, so it doesn't, it's not abrasive, and so I use mine every day. But I would say for most beard washes, I've heard maybe every 2 days, and then sometimes people will go and use conditioner instead of wash every other day.
Yeah, I do the conditioner every other. The conditioner wash.
Okay.
Which it all depends sometimes on feel. I wash my beard 3 times a day and I condition it 2 or 3 times a day. I do it in the morning. I come home for lunch, usually to come around, be around my kid, and I'm always having sawdust, sheetrock dust, insulation, whatever, all over me. So I wash my beard again at lunch, and then I do it again when I get home in the afternoon. And my beard grows borderline an inch a month. So I mean, it's super healthy, and I don't have any damage from washing or anything like that. I know there's a lot of people that say, "Oh no," but it's kind of all, everybody's different, I guess you would say, or different opinions.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, especially you've got a reason to specifically because you've got sawdust and other stuff going in there. So that makes sense.
Sawdust would probably be nice, It's like an added manly scent.
Yeah, just walk through this sawdust and
right.
It even colors it. It colors your beard too.
The sheetrock dust is the worst though. Like if I sand any sheetrock or cut any sheetrock or whatever, it sucks any moisture out of your beard. So that's the main reason I wash it. You know what I'm saying? To get all that out so I can put some moisture back into it, because it turns it into like straw. It's so bad for it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's nothing like have you noticed, like, if you use conditioner or even co-wash, or just a conditioner though, like I've noticed with my conditioner, if I keep it in too long, my beard feels poofier. Like it's like really poofy, which might be good, but it just feels so like big. I'm like,
Yeah.
wow, where'd this come from?
I'm going to hop off here, fellas. I got to handle a few other things. I appreciate you having me on, Nate. And
Oh, thank you, and I appreciate you coming on. And I can't wait to see your company roll out. And I mean, we're not huge, but I've done a lot of stuff, and I've learned a lot of lessons. So if you ever have any questions, feel free to reach out. Seriously, man, about anything, and I'll be happy to help.
I appreciate it, brother.
All right, yes, sir. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Later, y'all.
Later, Drew.
Cool. Yeah, he's I like watching him grow on his he's making comments on Instagram about things that I used to be curious about when I was starting out too. So it's kind of interesting watching from the beginning of a company. So what else is going on? You think we ought to do another giveaway since we have gift cards back again?
That's up to you. I don't.
We got 17 people in here still, so that's kind of cool. We've managed to keep people interested for a while.
I know. Right?
Yeah, so let's do that. We'll do a 25. So we have the 50 before, we got a 10 for Cindy, and now we'll do a 25. Hey, if I'm paying for gift cards, we're gonna give them away. Gosh darn it.
Okay.
Here we go. All right, so since there's 18, we're going to do 1 through 9. Let's do that. So let me get this queued up here. And basically, if you guys could just type in a single number when you see the word go from 1 to 9. And then if you are the first to feed into the stream here in StreamYard with that correct number, then you will win a $25 gift card to Ferocious. And if I have your email address, I'll send it out right after the show. Or maybe during it, depending on if I can figure out if I can get it all squared away and still sound like I know what I'm doing. So here we go. And get ready, get set, and go. One number, please, again, from 1 to 9. Tiki's sending out signals. Well, I see one number show up so far.
It's fun to watch the lag between StreamYard and my tablet over here.
Yeah, it does. It's like with StreamYard, it's like it'll just like all of a sudden pop up a whole new set of messages. So the number I was looking for this time around was number 6.
Not me.
Number 6. So Leah Folks is number 6. So you win a $25 gift card, Leah.
Congratulations.
You can spend that all yourself while Jason's doing dishes. So congratulations, Leah. I'm not sure if I have your email address actually. So I'll have to check. I may not actually. I may just have Jason's, and I think I know I sent something out to you guys in one package the other day. So, which is okay. I can do that if you want, but if you want me to send it to you specifically, just send me a message and I'll get that out to you. Bearded Vado got prioritized. Yes. Yay, thanks. You're welcome. All right.
I had a question about conditioners, actually, because I've tried a few different conditioners from different companies, and it just doesn't really do anything for me.
So conditioner, I found that the conditioner I use is basically, and just in being upfront and honest with people, that's the one product that we actually do not make ourselves. We do scent it, but we don't make our conditioner. We get it as a base, and then we scent it. And my conditioner is the same kind of conditioner that is for hair. and I found that it does condition my beard, and it feels great after, but it really makes it really poofy. So that's the one thing that I've noticed the difference between the wash and the conditioner is the fact that that conditioner just really makes it feel soft, but it just really extends out it's almost like it separates the hairs between it. So there's a lot of space between the hairs and makes my beard just look a lot bigger than normal. What about you? What does it do with yours?
It doesn't do. It doesn't. I mean, it's supposed to help condition and soften it up too, right? Which
It does a little bit for me, but not as much as the wash.
yeah, I mean, it doesn't do nothing. Doesn't do anything like they're supposed to do.
Huh.
Because it doesn't feel any softer, or, or nothing like that. So
Interesting.
maybe I need to leave it twice as long than recommended. Maybe I'll try that and see what happens. But.
With your long beard, how long have you been into like beard care? Would you say?
I guess about a year.
Oh, okay, so fairly on the newer end.
When you had a longer beard, Tiki, did you use conditioner in it?
Yeah, I just used head conditioner just because you could get it in gigantic bottles.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I just noticed that it just makes it poofy for mine, and I prefer the wash over the conditioner. Like if anyone ever says, "Oh, should I get your conditioner or your wash?" I always say the wash because I think it's just, to me, it's just more purposeful for a beard to clean it. I don't want to necessarily condition my beard because that's what the oil and the butters and even the balm is for.
I know, that's what I think too. But I love your wash though, Nate.
Oh, thank you.
There's a guy, he was kind of like, he goes by a couple names, George Bruno, and he was kind of like the source for 3 years straight, and that was probably a little over a year or 2 years ago. And his advice was condition like 6 days a week, only condition. And he was he's a hairdresser, barber, whatever that is. So I don't know. It coming from him, it seems like that. And he grew his beard like a long white one, all the way down to his like midsection. So
did he say what he does on the 7th day, or does he put anything?
Well, he actually just did he was like on one of these legend series, and he said how like water kind of like does, water is what you're washing with, but soap just makes water do its job better. I don't know. He said he tries to use water some days and then conditioner, and then I think he talks about like pine tar soap and beard wash and all that stuff too. But
okay. Smelly Turtle says he puts cocoa butter conditioner when he gets into the shower and rinses it out when he's done showering, like 5 minutes. He keeps it in. Okay. And then Mad Pro says he just tries putting coconut oil in it, and he lets it sit for 10 minutes. Heavy though. So, and coconut oil is a solid, so that's going to be basically just pure coconut oil. Okay, so you basically use that as a conditioner, and then you rinse it out after.
Coconut oil 5 years ago was like, it could be used for everything. It was considered the miracle for like any problem you had in your life. Coconut oil was the answer. Yeah, his name is George Bruno or Sultan Silver or Gray Bailey. I don't know why, but 3 different names.
Yes, I know who you're talking about. He the guy that has like a $50 beard oil or something he makes, and he does videos on YouTube, right?
Yeah. He does like advice now, and he's more popular now with doing like men advice or something.
Did he do a lot of them while he was driving? He had it mounted to like his dashboard or something. Yeah. Okay, I've seen his videos. Yeah, he does some interesting videos.
Yeah, I came across his beard videos before I realized, what his current content is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's wow. I haven't seen his videos in a while. I remember when I first started out, someone was like, "Oh, you should like send your stuff to him and see if he'll do like a review or whatever." And I never got a chance to, but I always thought he had some pretty good videos though. Uh, so yeah, those isn't it interesting how some people like their content is just so it just I don't know if it just you know uh, hits people the right way. So there's so many people know, or they'll go to certain people for certain things. Like there, who's that guy that does the how to shave a beard? He's got like dark black hair, and I know like anytime I want to trim my beard, I will look at his videos. But yeah, what is his name?
I know if you watch somebody like enough, like if they're putting something out a lot and you start watching them, YouTube like only suggests them. Like when you go on for the day and you have like 20 minutes, they're the first video that pops up. And so you're like, okay, this just seems like what I'm going to watch. And you're like, that's all you're going to get then.
Yeah, I know. It's like okay, well, if he likes this, then he must want to see all like videos like he's put out. This guy, Greg Boswell.
Okay. Yeah, he's you don't hear about him on Instagram much, but he's got quite of a number on YouTube.
Oh, let me see.
I mean, it's all depending on who you hear, you know?
Yeah. And it's let me skip the ads. Just so anyone, I'll give him a free plug. Why not? This guy right here. He knows how to trim a good beard. That's for sure. So Greg Boswell, his name is. If you ever look him up.
Yeah, I do. Mad Pro saying he was talking about censoring. Like I've heard, I knew these guys. They like they're artists, and so they have like followers by the tens of thousands, 100,000s, and I feel like when you get that big, YouTube only gives you like you're only when you put something out, only like 20% of your followers are going to get it because they want you to pay for that sponsorship.
Okay. Yeah. I wouldn't know because I don't have that many yet, but I have a feeling I know what you're talking about just from reading articles on how to market and stuff like that. So David's here, faithfully bearded. What's going on, brother? Good to see you.
I know that name's confusing sometimes. I mistakenly called him Tyson the other day on somewhere because all I saw was faithfully bearded. I didn't catch the David part, so it's like y'all are confusing us.
Yeah, no, yeah, I know what you mean. And I've seen both. I think of it as Tyson's channel, but it's the Faithfully Bearded channel that they will talk back and forth sometimes. And they've got some great content too on the Faithfully Bearded channel.
Sure do.
Really and interesting content. It's just, it's really kind of cool to watch. So Bearded Vado says about to DRT, which everyone that means dirt road therapy. So that's awesome. Let us know what you think. Bearded Reviews is awesome too, according to Smelly Turtle. And yes, Bearded Reviews is awesome.
I kind of like the idea of putting a little I in there and the D and little I RT. That way it still stood out as DRT, but then you could still see it as like dirt.
Oh.
Yeah.
I would type it in, but no one else kind of went along with that. But
I was thinking at some point eventually, like if I wanted to ever have my own like a color label or something a little more catchy, that would be the scent I would try it with, just because it's so different than every other scent. But that's, I'm so used to like being thrifty with labels that it's such a, if you go out and you spend a couple $100 on 1,000 labels for say dirt road therapy and it flops, now you got all these labels that you really can't do anything with because it's only for that product. And I guess you have to have some faith and some money. But the cool thing about the black and whites is that I can just, create. I don't have any labels for any bottles I haven't sold yet. I'll just print them as they sell.
I was gonna say just kind of cross it out and put handwrite it in there.
Yeah, not dirt road therapy. Okay, so on beer, DRT smells like when you're digging dirt out of a damp soil, like when planting a tree. All right, that sounds good. Cool for that feedback. And that's cool. That's earthy. That smells earthy, and it's probably like I don't think of that as a bad thing because like look at all these like especially when beard oils really first started hitting the market, you had a lot of these woodsy scents, earthy scents, pine, even what else? There was
pine, like citrus.
cedar, citrus, patchouli.
I like patchouli. I think that's underrated.
It's definitely a unique scent.
It's like a love it or hate it, but I'm the love it crowd. So
yeah, no, I mean I think patchouli definitely there's a place for it, and I don't dislike it, but I think you have to really like it in order to appreciate it. There's one person that he just wanted patchouli. He did like a custom, and it was just super strong, ferociously strong patchouli, and he got an oil, a balm, a butter, and he asked if I could make a wash that was just patchouli. I'm like, yes, sir. So I did, and it was very, very strong. Banner said makes beard soft right away, and that's all scents same as butterwood. I like it even more than my collab and savage. All right, cool. That's more feedback too on the dirt road therapy. Thank you very much for that.
Now, Savage is a Nate creation, and so
yes, yep. Savage is just me, and Billy collaborated with me, and really not just he came up with the idea, I should say, and I just ordered the ingredients and started putting it together and making it. So, so that's a Billy scent.
What was your very first scent, Nate?
Very first scent was it was either like Friday night. That was in 2017. I think Friday night was the first scent because that was like 4 ingredients at once. Let me go and sort by like oldest to newest and see if that will show if I can spark my memory. Oh, look at that. It was clean citrus and then Friday night. That's what it was. It was clean citrus. Tangerine, lime, pink grapefruit, and herbs. But that was back. Let me see. I'm looking at the page now that has the most popular scents. And yeah, Orange Cream Pop was on there. Forester, which used to be called Woodsman, but then somebody had said that somebody else owned that name, Woodsman, so I just changed it to Forester. Havana Getaway was what, number 6? And Barbershop, I remember, yeah, that was number 7. Sublime, which used to be called Lime Sublime Verbena, but I shortened the name to Sublime. That was the 8th scent I had. But see, this isn't entirely accurate because there were some scents that I am not selling on the website currently that were before that. Like, I remember the first time I came out with a balm, I called it Gold Standard because it was like, finally I figured out how to make a balm and I called it Gold Standard. And that was like black pepper, lemongrass, vanilla. And I just thought it came out like, for me, like trying to make so many different versions of balm because I wasn't sure how to make it. I finally got it. I'm like, this is the gold standard. This is what we're going to call it. But now, I mean, that's for some reason that scent never really took off. So I always thought it might, but that one in Madhouse Margarita never really took off.
What are you smelling down there, Dagan?
I was gonna say, Fetish was one of your top ones too, isn't it?
Yeah. Fetish came out probably almost 2 years into the company, a year and 3/4 to 2 years almost. That was an interesting scent profile because it was like I didn't know how people were going to react to it. But I remember like when I used to go to like when I was younger, I used to go out clubbing and stuff. I was in Europe for 3 years, so of course, there's a lot of smoky clubs and bars, and I mean everybody smoked in Europe, and I know smoking's bad for you. I get it, but for some reason, I like the smell of the smoky clubs because I just think of good times that I had when I was younger, and so I wanted to try to kind of capture some of that somehow. And I think I was like nervous about how people would react to that. And so I was like, I don't know if I should call it fetish smoke and leather, because I just didn't know how people were going to react to it. But then I was like, you know what? Screw it. Let me just be me. So I'm going to do this. And to be honest with you, it was kind of liberating to put that scent out for me, because it was like, for the first time, I was like, you know what? This is my company and I can do really whatever I want. And there's a powerful responsibility with that. So, it was just a kind of like for me, it was, and I know it's just a product, but it was just internally for me, it was like kind of interesting to be able to finally like put something out there that was a little edgy and not feel like, am I being judged for something silly or something? You know what I mean? So that's how that started. Now, I did take some of the imagery off the website because I noticed my Facebook ads kept getting flagged because I had some pretty seductive imagery on the site before for that particular product. And I was tired of getting flagged by Facebook, so I took it off.
Well, here's a strange thing. I've never seen it before, but Metal Guy posted yesterday, and I'm on YouTube as signed in as an adult, and it said it like warned me. It's like stopped me before I could watch this video, and it said what you're about to see is like, do you want to accept it or decline it? It's like I don't know, like a content like that warning. And I think it was, he's not even sure what it was, but I think he was talking about just like a CBD line, and like YouTube was like warning about it. So
Yeah, I got that too.
So that's what I was guessing, because other than that, nothing else is being talked about.
Yeah, it's weird how, like, I mean, I'll run ads on Facebook sometimes, very rarely, but when I do, always, this is the process. This is what happens. I'll put an ad out for something like orange cream pop, because I know already I can't put anything on there that has tobacco or even or anything, like double bourbon or stuff like that. I can't really put that on Facebook because it'll get flagged for sure, because they'll think it's real bourbon or something. So I'll put something like orange cream pop out there, and then the ad will run. It'll take like maybe 30 minutes for the automated system to approve the ad. It does approve it. It runs for maybe 8 hours, 9 hours. And then I'll get a notification that my ad has been stopped because something about you can't advertise sexual imagery or something. I'm like, what are you talking about? There's nothing on my website that is sexual in nature at all. Really, there's nothing that I can find. So I click the button for them to re-review it, and then 24 hours later, they re-review it and they let the ad go through. But it just drives me crazy because I have no idea what's triggering in that. Unless they see the word fetish and they know that that word technically is a word involving something sexual, but even though the product is obviously it's just beard oil, but I have no idea what triggers it. And I think it might be something like that. So that's why I pulled those images, because I was like, I don't want them to be like, oh, well, you see here, might be considered too risque for Facebook. But the name itself, I'm not going to get rid of the name. I mean, it's a good name, you know? So I don't know.
How is orange cream?
It's really good. It smells. When I first created that product, I was just using essential oils. So I used like an orange essential oil, and I used that vanilla and jojoba oil. And it was good, but it didn't quite have the same, like in my head, I was thinking it's going to be more of like an actual orange cream pop, like a creamsicle scent. And one day I found a fragrance oil that smells exactly like what I had envisioned it to smell like. And so I switched it to the fragrance oil. And so now it's the fragrance oil version, but it smells exactly like a creamsicle, especially now. And that one's been pretty popular, especially in the summertime.
Mad Pro's got a question for you, Tiki.
What got me into shooting videos? Well, I'm definitely, I love TV. You could pick any sitcom and from decades ago, and I watched them all. So and then I've been watching YouTube probably for, I don't know, YouTube's only like what, I remember when it was a 10-year anniversary a couple years ago. I've been watching since for probably 10 years. I remember early YouTube, it was like people would just put like really like amateur home video stuff. I'm like, this is really just clogging up the internet with all this doing whatever kind of wacky stuff they were doing. And I don't think anyone was watching anything. But I think since I just watch a lot, I'm like, I could hit the play button and I can, you know, do what I'm watching. So probably that. And plus I take 100 pictures a day on my phone just because it's so easy. And it's like, it's one of those things like if something happens and you want to capture it for whatever reason, just so you don't lose it. I'm one of those guys. I'm like a hoarder, and you can kind of just see like my refrigerator. I'm sort of a hoarder of things, and I don't know, but it's fun to go back and watch yourself or not from a while ago. And you're like, you forget what you're saying. Like if you made a video from 5 years ago and you watched it again, and you forgot what you said. It's like you're a viewer again of yourself. You're like, what was that I said? And but I don't know. Now I just like doing it. I like making the thumbnails is my favorite part. And it's not like I do anything awesome with it, but it's just kind of fun. It's fun to send it out there, and hopefully somebody like says something back, and then you can have a conversation. But I like for some reason, if I don't know how many people are guilty of this, but if somebody puts anything out there on the internet and I have something to say about it, I usually can't help myself, and I have to respond and say something. So I don't know. I like to talk and converse, and if I'm checking out in the grocery store, I like to chat with the cashier and all that. So
that's good though. I was just like, I take a ton of pictures. I was just looking at my iPhone. It looks like about like 30,196 pictures. And that's what happens when you start having kids, you know, they start taking pictures, and then before you know it, you have like a whole bunch of pictures that you probably have no idea that you even took.
right.
Charles, the
Google
orange cream smells exactly like a creamsicle.
If you put them on Google, I don't know if you put them on Google Photo though, they'll store them all for you, and then they even do a really good sorting job. You can type in a word, and it'll try to bring it up.
Oh, you mean without even you putting keywords, it just tries to figure out what your picture is?
Yeah, I would like knows pictures. You could put in like glasses, and it'll look. All the pictures that come up will have glasses in them and stuff. That's really strange.
Oh wow. Let's see. Vado says, "What's an alternative to neroli and persimmon?" I actually have neroli. I don't have it on the list though. But Barb has some neroli, which she had purchased for soap making. So I think we have neroli. If you're interested, let me know, and I can do a custom if you want to add neroli to something.
Can you explain what neroli is? I've heard that one, but I don't quite know it.
So it is a florally scent, but it is also kind of not musky, but it's a strong. I should go downstairs. Actually, you know what? I'm wondering, can you guys hold the show for a second? I'm going to get a refill, and I'll go bring the neroli up if I have it, and I'll try to describe it.
Sure.
Sure.
All right. Be right back.
Hey, smelly turtle just subbed to you, Tiki.
What? Oh, he did?
Yeah,
Nice.
he's.
Thank you.
Hey, check out my channel too. Put a plug out for me, right?
Yeah. So is this your new filming location that you're sitting in front of?
Yeah, I moved. It's the same room. I just moved from the couch to the corner of the room, and built a little beard shelf here to store my products. It actually goes a little higher and a little lower than what you can see. So
I did like the couch. It reminded me of, I don't know where you're from, but it kind of reminds me of like relaxing, like Florida. Like you're sitting on just relaxing on a couch.
well, yeah, I enjoyed it, but when it comes to doing live streams, because I started my own live stream too, so sitting for a longer period of time, just sitting up straight and trying to look at the cameras, it felt more comfortable just sitting in a chair, on a table here. So
Yeah.
oh, thanks, Smelly.
Where are you from?
Dallas, Texas.
Okay.
You got Dallas and you got Fort Worth. You got a city called Arlington between us, so it's just DFW area, just one big giant city, really.
Nice. Are you a fan of barbecue?
Well, who isn't?
Yeah. Okay. There's I don't know if you have Netflix. There was a really good. They have a chef's table series on barbecue, and it's pretty interesting. There's one of them that's from Texas. These guys line up. It's in the morning time. It's like they're lining up in the dark to get to wait, and they don't mind waiting because like normally people don't want to wait, and they're happy. They're waiting, and I almost think of it as like I don't like waiting either, but like amusement park, you'll wait 2 hours to ride a 1 minute roller coaster, because you're just hanging with people, and they'll wait and they'll get their food, and it's morning time, and they're having like lunch, breakfast, or dinner stuff. So it might be something you might want to check out.
Yeah, there's this place that's called Sunny Brian's. They actually they made a chain now, but back when it first opened up, it's kind of like a hole in the wall place. It looked like a torn down shack. It's like, who would ever come to this place? But when you see, really nice, Beamers and Mercedes parked out in front of this little shack, there's something going on. So, but it had the best barbecue I ever tasted around here.
Yeah, I want a barbecue or a sauce thing off Instagram though, so I got to try a little bit of that, and I think we're gonna actually barbecue this weekend with a Weber grill, but use log coals instead of pre-made briquettes, which that would be a first for us.
Yeah, I have a grill, but it's a gas grill, so
yeah, easy, just like
yeah.
We got both. I'm not gonna set up a grill to cook some hot dogs every now and then. So
yeah, doing charcoal just for that or bricks or whatever is something simple and quick. It's better for a gas.
Right. Yeah, Mad Pro is Mad Pro Goat. He's from Texas. There's a lot of Texas.
Yeah, but obviously that would never happen. Even if we, could still.
Just the threat. Yeah, lump coal. I've heard Smelly Turtle saying lump coal. I've heard they have it at Costco, and it looks like you get a whole lot more instead of like a regular bag. It's like at least 50% bigger bag for the same price. That would probably be lump coal is the only way to go.
Yeah,
new to this stuff, so just learning it as I go.
I'm glad Nate turned the comments on because that stream was shaky. You couldn't see the comments when Nate left, so that would really stuck if we couldn't see the comments.
Yeah, I see it says private chat. You can do a private chat and then comments over on the side.
Yeah, I see it, but I was like telling Nate though, we can't make comments through the StreamYard. We have to use a separate device to make our comments, which I think kind of sucks.
Right.
No, even as a guest, I know even we can say what we want to on this film, but we may just want to put a comment, and we shouldn't have to have a second device to do that.
Right.
So
yeah,
that's something they could work on.
for sure. You can see things better. I always thought this. I'm looking right now. The StreamYard Duck has headphones with an X on his side.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought that was his eye, but now I can see he has an eye and a headphone set.
Yeah.
Oh, on StreamYard?
I'm seeing it for the first time. Yeah.
Okay, so hey, I grabbed the neroli that my wife had purchased before. And this particular version of neroli oil is from Piping Rock. And it basically smells like a peel, like an orange peel. That's what I get from it. Not necessarily, except without the citrus part of it, like the peel without the citrus. It is not sweet. It is really just, what do they say on here? Citrus aurantium. So.
Sounds like an old smell that's been around. There was a really good YouTube about scent through history. And it was just saying how, like, it was for some people who were royals. I mean, you watch these things, like scent was a big problem because people didn't have showers and the sewers were all kind of running rampant. And, I could imagine people smelled horrible not that long ago. But they were saying how scent was like, that was like the king's focus. Like, it didn't matter what else was going on. They wanted to smell good.
Yeah, no, I could see that, especially back in the days when people weren't taking showers very often. They probably went to the river or something and, washed in there periodically. And
well, they would pipe. I've been watching these old shows, and this guy loves to focus on smell, which is something you don't hear from history. But they would focus all their sewers right into the rivers. So
get rid of it downstream. Go downstream.
You might not want to go in the river.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, that's an interesting take on history, though, because it's something like you won't really necessarily think to look up, but luckily you did, and someone who has actually made a video on that kind of stuff. I think that's interesting, though, finding things that are a different take on because I mean, clearly people like to smell good then, I'm sure, just like they do now. So it would be interesting to see what they use for that and why they did that, and what especially what did they use like a day-to-day basis for soaps and for
I mean, they were talking about peasants, and they're literally everything you think that's in your bathroom, none of it existed then. So
cologne people or
toilet paper.
Yeah, toilet paper. Like, that is like a great invention. Like, I'm wondering, when did that come out?
Right. It wasn't around back in the peasant time.
Mm-hmm. When I was, when I was deployed to Turkey, they were always like, don't ever touch the left hand of somebody, always shake the right hand. So I just kept it at that, but but they didn't have normal toilets either over there.
Well, if you watch, what is that? Slumdog Millionaire, it starts off, it's like a big public area, and it's just a guy that's over a plank, and there's just a big ditch underneath. And he's using the bathroom. I can't remember much. That was one of the standout moments from that movie.
That reminds me, when I got deployed to Turkey just after Desert Storm, it was like a tent city basically, and we were protecting the Kurds over there. And when we first got there, we were walking around, taking a look at the different tents and checking out, where we're going to be for the next 3 months. And the guy I was with, he opened up this one tent and was like, "Oh, they got a sauna in here." So I look in and I'm like, "That's not a sauna. It's a shitter." It basically was like a bunch of wooden boards with kind of like circles cut out, and there was a 55-gallon drum under each circle, and that's where people go to the bathroom. And then every night the Marines, actually, one of their jobs, unfortunately, was having to pour kerosene in those barrels and light them up. So it's like, that was rudimentary, and I'm sure it was similar to that for the first toilets were probably something like that,
Yeah, we've never lived in a better age, probably.
Yeah, we're pretty spoiled now.
I know my uncle, he lived in Albuquerque, but he lived up in the mountains there near Albuquerque, and they actually had a outhouse. He built an outhouse. He actually built his own. He built his own home. It's a geodetic dome that he built himself. Then he built an outhouse, for the bathroom. But it wasn't like till probably 10, 15 years later he finally put indoor bathroom, with plumbing. So.
And Catholic Beard Review says he's from the South and outhouse was a normal thing. So I wonder if there are still properties out there somewhere that you could buy that are original and don't have modern day, plumbing and stuff like that.
I think a lot of those Alaska shows are like that.
Yeah, people living off the grid.
Yeah, they don't have anything.
Yeah. Like a latrine. I got to use a lot of those before. Yeah, it was for sure. That's an actual. Yep, that's a latrine, a tent latrine, basically. But the weirdest thing is, like, there's no barriers between them, so everybody's just sitting there doing their business, and it's like, okay, you just get used to it. The first day you're like, this is weird, but then by day 3 you're like, hey George, what's going on? You're gonna read that magazine? Pass it on over. Kentucky still has it. I had a family who lived on a dirt floor. Still lived on a dirt floor. Well, how about that?
There was a video where they told you why sayings come about and why customs come about. Oh, it was like, dirt poor. If you had a dirt floor, you were called dirt poor.
Dirt poor. So there you go. That's what probably this calls it. Okay. Interesting. Smelly Turtle says, is a modern cologne scent a popular request? So for me, I would say that the cologne scents that we sell or did sell, we kind of put those on the shelf for now. They didn't sell that much compared to like Fetish and Savage. And I think it's because, we tried to have cologne scents that I wanted to do cologne scents that other companies I knew that I competed with weren't selling, because I didn't want to, I've got some respect for some of those people out there, and I didn't want to have the same scents as they did. But the cologne scents that we had really didn't sell that much. Some people liked them, but they didn't sell nearly as much as, our, like Fetish and what else? Sublime sells better, and Clean Citrus and things like that.
I would say from a reviewer's standpoint, if it's a cologne, you can't describe it. So like you can't make a video on it. And if it had like pieces about it, you could talk about the individual pieces and what the breakdown of it. But cologne, just saying cologne like doesn't give anybody any information.
Oh yeah, because there's so many variables. I mean, so many variants of colognes. Drakkar, Jupe,
Right. I almost like if you put too many things together, it automatically becomes like a cologne. Like you just can't tell. Everything loses its individualness, and it just becomes like a conglomerate of cologne.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah. Peter DeVito says you need to try Dangerous Mango. That is a good one. I do like that Dangerous Mango. It's a nice mango scent with some vanilla undertones. That's definitely, I recommend that one. And to Lenny's point, he says Cedric has some good cologne scents. Yeah, exactly. Cedric has some really good cologne scents. And I went through his website and I talked to him about scents he had because I wanted to make sure that when I did the scents we had, I wasn't doing anything that he had because I like Cedric. He's a good guy. What does it say? Pac Robana, Invictus, or 1 million? Are those different cologne scents?
I think 1 million is like a gold bar. It's a cologne with a little sprayer on top.
Oh, cool. Wow. Billy says around $3,000 raised. That's amazing.
It's a lot.
That is a lot of money.
That's good.
Paco Rabanne. Oh, 2 categories of cologne: woodsy, spicy, or smooth, fresh, citrusy.
Sure.
There's
Smooth, fresh though. Like smooth doesn't really. Well, the funny thing is, I drink coffee, and they get you. Every coffee company says the same thing: smooth, bold,
mhm.
and that sells coffee because people are like, I like smooth, I like bold, and smooth just means like it's going to go down your. You're going to drink it because it's not something you'd spit out. But bold, you're like, I want more coffee taste.
Yeah.
They get you with those same like 3 adjectives on all coffee labels.
Maybe I should do that with all the Beardos. Bold and smooth. Bold and smooth. Well, what is it? Well, this one's smooth and bold. Oh, all right, I'll get that one.
Smooth and bold.
Eric was almost speechless. I can imagine. That's really good. Wow. Billy, is the auction over now, or is it still going?
The lot's still going. No, hold on. Is it? No, I think they just quit it. Hold on.
Okay.
No, the live itself still going. They're done with the auction, looks like, but the live. Oh no. Crap, hold on. My phone's acting up.
You know what I noticed lately? The comments. Sometimes you go to look at comments from like a live and they're not there.
What? You talking about afterwards?
And I don't know, maybe they were just filmed, but yeah, I don't know. Like if you went to Nate's Tuesday, would the comments be there?
No.
I found out, well, from my experience, at least up until recently, is like the video might post within maybe 2 hours, 3 hours. But if you have the direct link, then you can click on the video, but it won't show the live comments until the next day. And then I see the live comments will be added. But one thing, for some reason, I can't see unless I find the link in StreamYard. If I set up like this show for Friday, for example, I set this up about, I don't know, like 5 o'clock or 5:30 or something. If I go to my YouTube channel, though, it doesn't show until 8 o'clock, and then it will show up being there. Whereas if I post the link to the show that's upcoming at 8 o'clock, it will say like there's a countdown saying this is going to be live at 8 o'clock and tune in. But if I actually go to, like, if someone didn't know I was going to do a live and they went to my YouTube, I don't know that they'd know there's a live coming on, or if it's maybe because it's my channel, I don't see it because I already assume that, I mean, it's coming up.
Yes, that's right. Because when I post for my lives, half week in advance, I don't see it on my channel. But if I use one of my other accounts to check, it's there.
Okay, that's so weird. Like maybe it just assumes since you set it up.
Yeah.
But sometimes if you want to send the link out to someone, it's like I have to go to StreamYard to find the link to send it out.
Right.
That reminds me, I was gonna post this. Did I? Oh, I didn't. I like to post things on the website too. So if someone goes onto the website live, they will see it. But right now, I've still got Collaboration Corner on there. One thing I am going to do, I was just going to say, is to make things easier, since I know the app, you can't choose like those variables like add castor oil and stuff. So I'm actually adding a variant for each scent that I have, each oil that I have in the regular selection. So now people will be able to use the app to select the castor oil if they want it, which is to me a good deal, because like people will ask, hey, how do I get castor oil? I don't see that option. So I'm going to make it so you can see that on the app. And then one crazy idea I even was thinking about is maybe if you have the app, you can see all the other scents available. But if you just are on the regular website, you'll just see like the most popular scents. I don't know. That still debating that, but
Are you using castor oil, Nate? You said you were going to give it a try.
Not yet. I haven't yet. But what I want to do is just once I move, I'll be like, I can like, I just feel like I don't have any structure right now going on until we move, you know. But right. I want to actually test it and like set a date, like write it down and see how it's feeling, and give my honest opinion after like a month or whatever it is, to see what it feels like. Because I know with grays, from what people tell me, it helps a lot with the grays, because the gray hairs are more brittle, I think, than the non-gray beard hairs. So,
well, like, you know, I said earlier when I was explaining my beard routine that I don't put that much oil in my beard because I use the butter to use that for this, make it soft. So I think it'd be good to put castor oil in butter maybe instead of the normal carriers. How about that?
That's a good idea. That is a good idea. I'm gonna write that down.
I'd love to try that.
I wonder how many other people do that. I don't know. I'll have to check. But I mean, that's a good idea. Because yeah, for people that want castor oil but they want a butter, I don't really have that option right now.
Where's my artist? Oh. Well, see, even like artists, man, that they have a lot of castor in their oil, they don't have castor in their butter. Just grapeseed oil, avocado oil, jojoba oil in the butter.
And that may be a breakthrough right there, Diggin. That might be like oh wow, Ferocious has castor in their butter.
I know. There you go.
Yeah. It is an interesting community though, you know, as far as like you know, everyone has a lot of different opinions about different product, like different ingredients and things like that, and what works. Like CBD has been pretty hot lately for comments and stuff like that. I mean, we don't use CBD, but I wonder, like, I feel, and I have nothing to base this on because I have not tried CBD oil in beard oil, but I feel like it would be a lot of things to allow for us to use CBD oil. And I don't know that the benefit is that much better than not having CBD oil, you know, in beard oil. So that's why I don't really pursue it, just because it seems like a lot of rigmarole you have to go through.
That's true. And just my opinion that, you know, even if CBD, you know, affects your hair, it's going to take, you know, a long time for that to happen.
Yeah, I agree, and I think that, like, I have hemp seed oil I could use, and is that just as good as CBD for your beard? I don't know, you know. So, have you guys used any CBD in beard oils before?
No.
Just it's extra money, so no.
Yeah, and I don't want to spend extra money for that.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, look, Jason says just somebody comes to doing CBD, forge your own path, keep doing you. Yeah, exactly. I don't want to jump on the bandwagon for something that, is going to cost me a lot more to buy, and then not necessarily have any benefit. So good call, Jason. I agree with you. We will do us for sure. Brian says, Vado, can't wait to hear about your scene. What scene? Oh, on Tuesday. Sorry, not used to text on table. Oh, Bearded Vado says he has, and he did not notice a difference. Okay.
Well, and then they say, like CBD, like they say, okay, maybe it works on 80%. So if you don't have anything happening, you're that 20, so like, don't come back at us. You're just that 20. So I don't know.
Well, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
The verdict is still out. So.
Yes. Definitely. Lenny says
I'm gonna hop off, Nate, and Dagan. I'll see you guys on the other side. On the flip
all right. Thank you. I think we figured out that what do you guys think is a good number of people to have on simultaneously before it gets to be like too much? 3, 4, 2?
4, you get to keep the same size, and then you go 5, everyone gets a little smaller.
Yeah, but what about the flow though? What do you think? Seems like 3 seems decent.
Yeah, three or four, but after that, it also depends on how much people are talking, because there were, a couple people on that weren't talking that much, like Drew and Gonzo. So
yep. Yeah. Yeah, it starts to feel like a Zoom meeting at work.
and to 100. So
yeah, exactly. All right. Well, awesome. Thanks so much for popping in on here, Tiki. Appreciate you, man. And we will see you hopefully Tuesday. And again, as a reminder, I will be temporarily putting the site on hiatus while we move, but I'll let you guys know the date I start that.
Okay. Yeah, I enjoy it. I enjoy all this that you do. So,
thank you. It's fun. I just have a great time, meeting you guys and hanging out and doing what we do. So
I know this was definitely fun tonight.
Yeah, no, it definitely was. All right, and it's all this was like 20 past 10 already. So why don't we do one more giveaway and then we're gonna call it a night after that? Or
that's on you, Nate.
all right, I think you know what? Since Dirt Road Therapy is so new, let's do a Dirt Road Therapy beard oil giveaway. Let me just jot down who the potential winner might be. There's 17 in here, and so let me pick a number between like 1 and 8. All right, and this will be for Dirt Road Therapy beard oil. So let's get. I'm gonna do the graphics so everybody kind of wakes up here. All right, so this will be a Dirt Road Therapy beard oil giveaway, and this is going to be okay. Don't start typing your numbers in yet. One moment, please.
Tyson likes to go
early. Here you go. Wait till you see go. All right, so this is Dirt Road Therapy. One number, please, between 1 and 8, and get ready, get set, and go. One number, please. Just one number. All right. Thanks, T-Bearded Strickland, for putting the dots in. Yeah, anything after Strickland's number or Strickland's dots. Okay, for Dirt Road Therapy. Okay, let me put the timer in. Dirt Road Therapy, 1 ounce bottle. All right, everyone stop, please. And let's see who has Number 7. Number 7. First person with number 7. Let's see. I'm looking and I show Leah Folks, number 7. Leah, you win a bottle of Dirt Road Therapy. Congratulations, Leah, and thanks to everybody else for entering. So that means that, what did we give out today? We gave out a $50 gift card to George Munoz. Josh got a $10 gift card. Cindy got a $10 gift card. Leah Folks got a $25, and Leah got a Dirt Road Therapy beard oil. Not a bad night. Jason says, boo. That's funny. All right. Well, Faithfully said he said 7. It just looked like 3. Nice. Well, Dagan, thank you. I really appreciate your coming on here, man. And one of these days we got to get together because you are not really too far from me. I think you're just about 35, 40 minutes or so.
Yeah, not far at all. And I appreciate you having me on and letting everybody else come on too. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, me too. Do you like Tex-Mex?
Well, of course.
I figured you would. Yeah. So yeah, that's one of my favorite foods now that I moved to Texas. Used to be Italian living in Rhode Island, but maybe at some point we'll hook up for some Tex-Mex.
Sounds cool.
All right. Well, guys, thank you so much for being on the show tonight. Really, really appreciate your support, your business, your friendship, and we will see you guys hopefully Tuesday night for Collaboration Corner. Otherwise, we'll see you next Friday. So have a good evening, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.